It's raining here in Jalandhar again, and I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying the monsoon and staying safe and looking after yourself. It's a nice 26 degrees Celsius outside and beautiful weather. Today's quote is coming from Mark Twain, and a witty reminder where he writes, "I'm an old man and I have known a great many troubles. I'm an old man and I have known a great many troubles, but most of them never really happened." I have known a great many troubles, but most of them never really happened. Sounds familiar? Known troubles, but never really happened? Because we keep playing these imaginary scenarios in our mind, these crazy scenarios. We keep practicing for them, we keep rehearsing for them, we keep preparing for ourselves for them. We keep activating the fight or flight response in our mind just by playing these crazy scenarios in our head, these imaginary demons that we keep fighting. And it's so very exhausting and it's so very draining. And it is like, we're having this internal battle that's happening all the time. It's interesting when we talk about self-talk. It's interesting to note who is the self talking to. When I say, oh, I should appreciate myself more during my self-talk, or we should all practice positive self-talk, a very important question comes in: who is the self talking to? Which means there's always sort of these two voices inside our head. It's not a singular voice, that there are two voices inside our heads. And we must remember that our mind is like this beautiful movie theater wherein we have the ability, technically we do have the ability to play any sort of movie that we would like to, right? Any sort of imaginary scenario that we can, full color, vivid, along with the sound and the special effects and everything. And consequently, after watching that movie, we're gonna feel that same way. Just like when you go to watch an actual movie in the cinema hall, and whatever's happening, you're putting yourselves in the shoes of the protagonist. You are feeling those emotions. The music is lifting you up, or making you cry, or making your heart beat faster, and those sort of things. The same way, the movie theater inside your mind is also having the same impact on your body. But here the scenario is different. Here you are the director, and you can say cut any moment of time, and you can decide to put in a different movie. The problem with this whole movie theater scenario inside our heads is that most people are playing horror movies. But understand, you're not a victim of this process. Somebody else is not in charge. You are in charge, and by practicing exercising conscious control, you can put in the sort of movies that you would like to watch that will make you more powerful, and that will make you feel better. So this is what I do to quieten the internal battle at times, to quieten the internal chatter that happens. Couple of things. Number one, when the self-talk happens, I usually exercise my right to say cut. As the director, I exercise that right to say cut. This is not going to happen, right? And I repeat this affirmation often. This won't be necessary. This won't be necessary. Whenever my mind races into some sort of an imagined, exaggerated sort of scenario, and it starts preparing the fight or flight response for that particular scenario, I say cut, and I take a deep breath in, and I say to myself, that won't be necessary. That won't be necessary. Or in Hindi, ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. That won't be necessary. That won't be necessary. And a few other affirmations like things always work out for me, or the universe is always conspiring to help me, or people are always coming forward to assist me, or situations always go favorably for me. Any sort of affirmation that trains your mind to overpower the sort of negative movie that is playing in your mind, and say cut, and stop it right there in its tracks, before it becomes really powerful, before it overwhelms you, before it takes over your entire thinking and your entire day. And please do remember, what we imagine here, what sort of movies play up here, then control the sort of decisions that we take. So if you're scared, if you're playing crazy imaginary scenarios here, you're not going to take the best decisions, because you're taking those decisions based on fear, not on faith. So you got to work to remind yourself a couple of things. Number one, during the self-talk, that you yourself are the director. And number two, you can replace, you can cut, you can stop, you can replace the movie that's playing inside your mind. And number three, that you can train your mind by playing these positive images in your mind of either past events or imaginary positive events, you can train your mind to now think more positively. And this brings me to the next aspect, is visual mental rehearsal, VMR, for good things that have happened in the past, for situations when things have worked out for you in the past. And so by playing those things, by rehearsing those things mentally again, you train your mind to look into that positive direction. And the third really powerful tool is detach from the situation. So if there's two selves having this conversation in your mind, one is saying that won't be necessary, another is cooking up the scary imaginary scenario, detach and laugh at yourself. I do that often. So I laugh at myself saying, oh, this is how badly you were exaggerating it. During your self-talk, you can tell yourself that was a complete exaggeration. And the simple ability to detach from that conversation and to laugh at yourself for all the crazy scenarios that your mind was constructing will help you to reinforce this entire thing, will help you to take a step back and not take this scenario very seriously. So this video ended up being about 6 minutes almost. I intended it to be 60 seconds. As I said, I will post a shorter version on Instagram as well. I hope you find this useful. Take care and stay tuned. There's loads of exciting new stuff coming on to the channel and all different social media platforms as well. And once again, a sincere thanks to all the valued commenters and people who leave their love and their affection and their comments and their suggestions. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.